Okay, let's talk networking. Have you ever been to one of those events or maybe just a professional meetup and you just felt awkward? Like you're wondering, am I doing this right? Maybe you left feeling like you'd just been part of this weird game of trying to collect cards while dodging sales pitches. It's a really common feeling, isn't it? That sense you're missing something. Well, today, we're actually really excited because we get to be your guest hosts for a very special deep dive. Yeah, this isn't just another chat. We're going deep, looking at how to maybe transform the way you approach making professional connections.
That's exactly right. Welcome, everyone, to the Networking Hat Deep Dive for Gold Nuggets. And the insights we're digging into today are, well, they're really powerful. They come straight from Mel Kaufman's life's work, specifically a part that tackles this huge misunderstanding about networking. It holds so many people back, honestly. Our mission today is simple. Pull out those actionable gold nuggets, real takeaways you can use, like today.
And right at the core of this exploration today is the central paradox Mel Kaufman lays out. He says networking and selling, people confuse them all the time, but they're actually like oil and water.
Mhm.
It's such a strong image. So, okay, let's unpack this. For you listening, why do so many of us get this so fundamentally wrong? What's the big misunderstanding Mel points out?
It is a profound misunderstanding, yeah. And Mel Kaufman, well, he doesn't pull any punches. In a key principle from his work, Miracle Number 15, he states it boldly, networking and selling don't mix.
Ah,
He uses that oil and water analogy to really hammer it home. Both are vital, he says, for your financial engine, your success, but you have to keep them in separate containers.
no.
The real problem, as Mel sees it, is this false assumption. People think networking is selling, or at least, the direct first step to selling. They walk into an event with a sales hat on, basically.
Oh, yeah, you see it constantly, don't you? It's that person who hands you their card, and bam, before you even get your name out, they're into their pitch. You can almost physically feel that wall go up. It's exactly like Mel describes it. He says, directly from his work, I have often heard people say as they leave a luncheon, boy, am I a good networker. I got 3 new prospects. And on the surface, that sounds like success, right? 3 prospects. But
Yeah.
Mel sees it totally
Oh,
differently.
definitely. And his insight here is just crystal clear because right after saying that, he states, that is not networking, that's selling. And here's where it gets really interesting, the part we really need to grasp. It's the difference in the outcome. Mel says, and this is crucial, networking bonds a relationship. Selling inhibits a relationship. Just pause on that for a second. One builds bridges, builds trust. The other, it actually pushes people away. It creates distance.
That's incredibly powerful when you put it like that. And Mel uses such strong words, doesn't he? Selling creates a wall. Selling separates people. Unequivocally. Just think about that. Have you ever felt that wall? Someone comes up clearly just wanting to sell you something. Or maybe be honest. Have you maybe done that yourself without realizing it? It's not about blame, it's just recognizing that dynamic. Why does selling build a wall?
Because it screams self-interest, right? Not mutual interest. It changes the vibe from let's connect to let me transact way too soon.
Precisely. And this leads Mel Kaufman to give some really provocative advice, a statement that honestly makes you stop and think about everything. He says, unless you have taken the vow of poverty, stop selling at events. Ooh, wow,
Yeah.
that's quite a statement. The implication is huge, isn't it? It's like an urgent plea change your approach. And he's basically saying if you want to actually succeed, if you don't want to be, professionally poor, you have to stop mixing these things up. The urgency is palpable. It's about playing the long game, building real assets relationships, not just chasing those immediate, often vanishing sales. Because if you ignore that advice, Mel paints a pretty grim picture of what happens next, socially. He warns, if you keep asking for the order at the next event you attend, people you want to meet will avoid you as if you had a virulent virus. Ouch, that's stark. But it feels true, doesn't it? We've all seen that person, or maybe been that person, who people subtly try to avoid because they know the pitch is coming. I've definitely felt that myself. You see someone heading your way and you think, oh no, here it comes, and you suddenly find the snack table very interesting. It's like you radiate this buy from me vibe, and it repels people.
It's the absolute opposite of being magnetic, isn't it? Which brings us perfectly to our first actionable gold nugget from Mel Kaufman's life's work. Okay, so here's something you can do immediately. Your very next networking event, even your next coffee meeting, consciously shift your mindset. Forget the pitch. Forget getting prospects. Instead, focus completely on asking open-ended questions. Be genuinely curious. So instead of, hi, I sell X, Try, what's the most interesting challenge you're tackling right now? Or what's got you excited in your industry lately? And then listen, really listen to understand them, their world, their problems, their passions. Look for common ground, shared interests. Anything before thinking about a transaction. Just try it. Feel the difference in how the conversation flows, how much more open people are.
That is such a simple switch, but yeah, it feels profound. It changes the whole energy, doesn't it? From transaction to actual conversation. It lets you connect. So if the goal isn't to get deals on the spot, then what is the real purpose of networking, according to Mel? How should we be thinking about these interactions?
Mel's direction is super clear. Gather information, not deals. It means walking in with curiosity as your primary tool. It's about trying to understand needs, uncover challenges people are facing, find those points of genuine connection, shared interests. Asking things like, what are the biggest shifts you're seeing happening right now? Or what kind of support are you finding most helpful these days?
Hmm.
It's not about positioning your product. It's about building your understanding of the landscape, the people in it, and figuring out where real value might be exchanged down the road, building your mental database, essentially.
Which actually makes perfect sense if your goal is just to be, well informed in your field. Networking, seen this way, is less about immediate sales and way more about expanding your knowledge and building that solid network of people you trust, who trust you, people who can genuinely help each other out over time. It's about becoming a resource yourself, just by listening and learning. So, okay, pulling this together, what does this really mean for you, the listener, wanting to put on that networking hat and actually grow, given this huge distinction Mill makes?
Well, this brings us to what I think is the absolute mic drop moment in Mel Kaufman's life's work on this topic. He ends with this really powerful, almost counterintuitive idea that changes everything. Networking makes selling obsolete. Now, hold on. That doesn't mean you never make money or close deals. Of course not. What it means is when you build relationships the right way, when you establish genuine trust, when you really understand someone's needs because you've been focused on connection, gathering that information, then selling in that old, pushy way it becomes unnecessary. Solutions just naturally emerge from the relationship. You shift from salesperson to trusted advisor, a problem solver. People come to you because they value your insight, not because you chase them down with a pitch. The need to sell gets replaced by the opportunity to serve because the trust is already there. Imagine clients seeking you out. That's the power Mel's talking about.
Wow. Okay, that is a game changer. It completely flips the script. You go from being a hunter to like a magnet. Opportunities start coming to you. And that leads us right into our second actionable gold nugget. Try this at your next event or even online. Set a totally different kind of goal. Forget get 5 prospects. Instead, maybe aim to learn 3 genuinely interesting things about 3 different people. Or make it your mission to deeply understand one specific challenge someone in your field is facing just out of pure curiosity. See how that shifts your focus. Right away, it moves you from transaction mode to connection mode. You'll honestly be amazed at the difference in the quality of interactions, the depth of the connections you make. It's about building that valuable network, one real conversation at a time.
Okay, so let's quickly recap those 2 massive gold nuggets from Mel Kaufman's life's work we've unearthed today. First, networking and selling. Oil and water. Keep them separate. Focus on building genuine relationships, not on the immediate transaction. And second, your mission is to gather information, not deals. Approach interactions with curiosity, because authentic networking, done right, can actually make that old style of selling obsolete. And just to leave you with something to chew on, if we connect this to the bigger picture, think about this. How might really changing your networking approach from selling to connecting chanity? How might that not just grow your business, but actually transform your whole professional identity and the quality of the connections you make? What kind of professional do you become when your focus shifts to building real relationships? And it goes way beyond just the numbers, right? It hits your sense of purpose, the richness of your work life.
Absolutely. And as you mull that over, remember you can go even deeper. You can download the bonus content workbook and the free app. All the details are in the video description. They tie directly into Mel Kaufman's life's work. And please, we genuinely want to hear from you. Share your experiences. Try these ideas. How to win. Drop a comment below. Your story might just be the spark someone else needs. Also, for this stuff to really sink in, to become second nature, we really, really encourage you, listen to this deep dive again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, and again next month. Seriously, as you gain more experience out there networking, you'll hear new things. New nuggets will stand out. It really helps cement these powerful ideas.
Definitely. And hey, if this resonated with you, if you found value here, think about sharing it. Pass this info along to your networking circle, your colleagues. Imagine the impact if everyone started focusing on connection first. You'd be helping grow everyone's influence, including your own.
And of course, don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit that notification bell. That way, you won't miss a thing. You'll know right away when Mel's next gold nugget gets dropped in our next deep dive. Now go put on your networking hat and grow your business.